So, if you saw my first two videos, you would know that I was looking for my son. I lived in Dallas, Texas at the time. Those videos were uploaded about 3 years ago, probably. The first two. So, a year or two after that, my mom found him on MySpace, and I got his number, and we started texting each other, and we talked a little bit. We never talked on the phone for the longest time. And he asked me some really hard questions right on the front. Why I got divorced, where'd I go, that kind of thing. And so I spent the next year explaining all that. And so November of last year, I broke up with my longtime partner of 6 years and moved back to Atlanta, where I'm from. He also lives in Georgia. When I first moved back, I saw him. I contacted him and told him that I moved back. He knows that I'm gay. He knows of my ex, and asked me what happened. When I saw him, he was pretty open to it all, and he was talkative, and it was. I don't know if he was trying to make me feel comfortable or if he just felt comfortable, but it was pretty good. I thought I would take him out to lunch that day, so I asked him where he wanted to go, and he decided he wanted to go to this place called Checkers. So, and for those of you who don't know, Checkers is this little drive-in hamburger joint. It doesn't have a dining room area or anything. It was raining that day, so we sat in the car and ate because I didn't really know where to go. We talked a lot about nothing, and I really thought after that things would be different between us, and it almost made it worse in a way. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's confused or if I don't mean confused, but maybe he doesn't know what to think of it all. He knows that I'm gay. He knows about my ex, of course. I was very honest with him about anything and everything he asked me. Soon after that, lately I've just been trying to get my life together back here in Atlanta. Job, apartment, try to get friends and whatever. And I keep just a handful of friends, not very many. So anyway, that's where I'm at now. This is a video blog. I'm too lazy to type it out, and I'm sort of a creative writer, so and I'm a little OCD, so I would sit there and spend way too much time trying to make sure that it all made sense grammatically. And I thought that I had, life experiences that maybe other people could benefit from. There's the whole gay thing, and then there's the other stuff. And kind of the idea of this whole thing was to be very honest and kind of like an open book. But even as I sit here and try to do it, it's hard to do. There's judgments out there, people I don't even know that may see this, but then there's others that will maybe learn from it. And sometimes whatever you're thinking inside, it's just good to hear somebody else say it. Now, I'm not going to say my whole life right here in this video, but I've definitely, in my almost 40 years, almost 40, no, I'm not 40 yet, have had some experiences. And I thought that maybe some people, like I said, could benefit from it. I think the one thing that I have taken away from being without my ex, who I love very much, who's a wonderful person, I'm the one who broke off the relationship. That doesn't make it any easier. But the one thing I did take away is the fact that, people don't always express, people don't always react the way that you think that they should. And what that means in simple terms is people don't react the way that you think that they should. People don't always do what you think they should do. And that doesn't mean anything in the big picture. I guess I kind of realized that I tested his love for me a lot. And then I realized that I was kind of testing his failure to love me. And think about it, if you're testing somebody to love you, aren't you sort of thinking that they're going to fail to begin with? And when they do, of course, it just makes you even more mad. I'll never speak for him. I'll only speak for myself. Lord knows he had issues with me, absolutely. But he's a wonderful person, and he would be the person in my life that I really thought I would be with the rest of my life. I'm not a serial dater by any sense of the word, but I think, really in the end, I do want to find that one person that I will be with the rest of my life. Everybody wants to be loved for who they are, good or bad. And I tend to put mine out there a little bit too quick, I guess. I've been single 8 months now. And honestly, it's the longest time I've been single since I was 19. So it's a change for me, and I really am trying to figure out what I've been missing since I was 19 years old when I got married to my son's mother. I remember that day pretty good. We dated, I don't even think we dated but months. And I remember her coming down the aisle in her white. My people were on the left side, hers were on the right. She looked really nice. And I looked at her coming down, and I was just like, oh my God, what am I doing to myself? This is so wrong. What am I doing? And of course I was running, just like a lot of people do. So that's a story for another video blog. But this is the beginning. There will be lots of things you'll end up knowing about me. I'll never mention names. And, I don't know if I will talk about my parents a lot right now. Are parents perfect? No. Like they always say, they don't come with a manual. But I will say I was never starved, and I always had a roof over my head. I have so much to talk about, and I hope that maybe some of you will come back to see, what I've got to say, or you can offer advice, because I definitely don't come into this thinking that I'm all healed from everything. If anything, I'm putting it out there. So for today, you'll know that this is the beginning. And if there's anything that y'all ever want me to talk about or want to ask me, please ask me, and I promise I'll answer it if I've ever encountered it or anything. What will I talk about the next time? I have no idea, and I don't know how often I'll post. But anyway, I guess that's it for now. I could really tell you my whole life today, but YouTube only allows for about 18 minutes. I'm at 10 minutes now. Thanks, guys.